Yes, people. We are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another Manchester United Liverpool show. Mandem United podcast meets the analysis at Anfield podcast. The Liverpool representative will be here shortly. But big up to everyone who's locked in. As always, big up to everyone who's just joined over from the raid from Shameless FC. Large up my guy Carefree Lewis G every single time. Make sure you hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit the like button on the video, people. Please share across all the socials as well. And on top of those two things, make sure you subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV as well. Just please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United or Liverpool related. Follow at That's Me Flawless at Sarcasm City TV across all of the socials as well. And as you can see from the title, Manchester United impressive win over Crystal Palace in the Carabao Cup. Liverpool face Leicester City. Ryan's in the building as well. Because this is a new show, even though we just did an hour and a however long show on Shameless FC, I still have to ask him if he's good because a lot could have changed in that 2 minutes that I didn't see him. But you blessed though, Ryan.
I think it was even less than 2 minutes? It might have even been less, you know.
It was probably about 40 seconds.
Yeah. But I'm good, thanks, man. How are you?
Oh, bless, fam. Nothing changed in the 40 seconds. It isn't. But large up to Saint, unfortunately, he couldn't make it on, but he does send his apologies to everyone, even though he don't need to apologize. He will be probably back on next week, but Saint's still here. Same with Ram as well, people. There's been no fallouts whatsoever. The rest of the Liverpool gang will be here in the building, so don't worry about that. Big up to Westbrook is goated. Good to see him back in the chat, and he became a member. Link for the membership is in the pinned comment. Big up to Diaz, says big up Flawless for streaming at these times. Hey, man, that's why. You know what I'm saying? Not only is it great for people in the UK or this time zone who are night owls, but also elsewhere across the world. And that's why I do the daytime shows at 4:30 p.m. UK times for daytime people. And you can also watch him back as well. Big up Stephanie G every single time, saying big up to everyone. Warrior J, Black Diamond, of course, as well. Warrior J's asking questions. I will get to them. Don't worry about that. Larger, my guy Eddie, every single time says hit the like chat. Shout out to all the real ones in the chat. Big up. Westbrook is going. It says big up everyone. Marsh, large up. Let's see. Marshall saying no Bruno, no headache today. That is going to be a conversation. Warrior J saying Carabao Cup teams to advance so far: Manchester United, Burnley, Mansfield, Exeter City, Middlesbrough, Ipswich, and Port Vale. I like that. I really, really do. To Andy MU says, is it too early to say we're back? Yes, but people are still going to say it. Impressive performance. And I'm sure I'll get asked questions on it as well. Big up to Kingsman as well. Sheik, good to see you in the chat. And super chat as well from Adewale. Big up to you, man. Good to see you back in the chat. I think it's been a minute. Who says, first and foremost, thank you for the super chat. Says, no Bruno, no Rashford. We actually keep the ball and look like a football team. Fair point. I'm not even going to argue you down or say you're wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, we looked much more like a cohesive unit with those players on the pitch, with Garnacho, Palestri, Martial as the front three, with Hannibal, Casemiro, and Mount in the midfield. And we did, and I got to credit them all. Mount, who I've been critical of in the past, critical of in his opening 2 games, played very well. Not the only one, but he played very well. He was candidate for being our best player in that first half. Obviously, he got taken off at halftime, but if he would have continued to play at that level or upped his level, he definitely would have been a candidate for man of the match. But yeah, Mason Mount, very good. Amrabat inverting from left back, he did very well also. Defensively, all the defensive players did their business. Obviously, Dalot going forward as well. He also set up the first goal. Casemiro is just Casemiro. Touch of quality. Hannibal again, composed. And both Palestri and Garnacho were threats the entire game. And that's what I like to see. I wanted to see those two on each wing because they both just electric and direct, and that's a problem. And Martial did his thing as well and took his goal very well. Because that was a tough finish. It was a very good finish. But big up to Adewale, man. Again, love for the super chat every single time. Flawless, what's your view on Amrabat's performance? Very good. Did the basics. I don't need no flares for you I don't need anything flashy from you in midfield. Like, when the opposition has the ball, close down, win it back. Pass the ball 5 to 10 yards to someone in the same color shirt as you. That's all and that's what he did. But that goes to show how much our other midfielders have been lacking. I think there was a stat that said, what was it? Amrabat had more touches and completed more passes in this one game than Scott McTominay has all season. How true that is, I
That's
don't know, but it
crazy.
wouldn't surprise
That's
me.
crazy.
It wouldn't surprise me. But he's involved. He's on the ball. He's trying to make things happen. If you mess up, you mess up. You are going to give the ball away. You're going to miss tackles, but don't hide.
Yeah.
Don't hide. So my view on his performance, and he also, and Murtaza made the point as well that he's versatile. Not only can he play central midfield, he can play right back and left back. So it's given us more options there. And with his profile, I expected him to be a plus and a hit here, and he's doing the business. Yeah, played an actual inverted role. It allowed Casemiro to do his thing. It was dope. And yeah, we're seeing Casemiro adding to us from an offensive point. He's our best midfielder from the attacking standpoint, and I include Bruno in that. He's our best attacking midfielder. Problem was he was also our best defensive midfielder. So he was expected to do everything. Win the ball back, pass it, get it himself, and then create and then score. Because even the header today was top quality.
That was
Great,
a good header.
it was great quality by Mount, but that's not an easy header. So yeah, that's what I would say. On Liverpool as well, Warrior J said, Ryan, why do you think Liverpool start off poor in the first half? That's a good question.
I genuinely don't know. I honestly do not have a clue. Like, honestly, it's thing is, we've had 6 league games this season. I won't count the Europa game in this, but in terms of the 6 league games, we started off well in those. I'd say 2 of those games. So Chelsea away, even though we had a poor game, like we actually started off very well in that game, up until Chelsea equalised, I thought, and then after that we were rubbish. And then against Villa, we started off very well, and we were very good in that game from start to finish. But yeah, in the other 4 games, we haven't started well at all. Honestly, I don't really know what it is, to be honest. I mean, we're kind of just lucky at the moment as well that teams aren't punishing us massively. Obviously, some of them have gone 1-0 up against us, but they haven't finished us off. Do you get what I mean? Where they haven't taken the game away from us, like Wolves should have done in that first half. And when we're 1-0 down, and we're always going to come back into the games with the quality we have, and the players we can actually bring on, and the changes Klopp can make. We were always going to come back in games, but there is that worry that if, especially this weekend, for example, against a very good team in Spurs away, that if we start off poorly in that game, there might not be any coming back. So there is that worry, and it is something they really need to fix because, yeah, it's not a good thing, man. Even though we've gotten off to a great start this season, we need that is a big worry in my opinion because it could really come back and and cost us at the end of the day. So they need to sort it out as soon as possible.
No, that's a fair assessment. Big up to everyone who's locked in as well, people. Big up to everyone who is locked in. There's over 80 people in the building, only at 23 likes though. Like check 1212. Like check 1212. Let's bump up the likes, people. Let's get us up to 50 likes. Hit that like button. You're clearly here enjoying the content. Also, even if you're watching this back after the live, hit the like button. And if you're listening on one of the audio platforms, big up to you as well. And make sure you follow on whatever platform you may be listening on. And if there is a platform out there that you want to listen to this All Sarcasm City TV podcast on, let me know and I will get updated for you lot. But I know most people, SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes is sufficient. Mods, look out for the trolls. We had many on Shameless FC. Yeah, man, salute to you lot. I didn't have the chat open, but I did hear Lewis say that. So yeah, man, salute to everyone who's holding it down from these people who just got too much time on their hands. They really do. Stephanie G says Casemiro schooling Maguire on how to head the ball. Take note, Harry. No copyright intended. Flawless. Hey, I hear you, Stephanie G. You and your dad jokes. I'm saying, but shout out to Stephanie G every single time. Yeah, big up Jez, who says he got the dog in him. A signing I think will do very well at Manchester United. Yeah, same. I think he'll do very well here. Also, as well, Warrior J said, what do you think of Liverpool's season so far, Ryan? The positives and the negatives.
The positives, first of all, the results. Like 16 points out of 18 is a fantastic return. I couldn't really ask for more with the running we've had as well. We've had tough fixtures. Chelsea away on the opening day. Even though Chelsea are crap, you're still not going to pick that as a game you want to.
Yeah, it's not an easy one. You don't go. Yeah. It's simple.
Newcastle away we've played, Villa, West Ham we've played as well, who are good teams. So to get 16 points out of 18, I think is a fantastic return. And there's a lot of positives, man. There's definitely more positives than negatives, put it that way. Our attack is doing really well, scoring goals. I think I think we scored 15. Is it 15 league goals so far this season? So
Must be nice.
yeah, like I think there's 3 games where we score 3 goals as well in each. So it's looking good. All of our attackers have scored at least once this season, which is good. They're making impacts off the bench when they're coming on as well. You know, we finally got depth in that area where Klopp can actually make changes, and those changes make an impact. Whereas back a few years ago, when we were really good, that was always still a bit of an issue. We had Origi to bring on, but like there were times where maybe he would be injured a lot as well and stuff. So, you know, who was the one you'd bring on if it wasn't working and we needed something different? We obviously had the Mane, Firmino, Salah front three on, but we didn't have enough depth. Now we've actually got the depth, which is really good. Yeah, and players are stepping up in that attack. Like Nunes had a poor season last season, but he seems to be up in his levels and stepping up a bit more. He played excellently against West Ham, I thought the other day. Like not only his goal, which was a great goal, but actually his overall game was excellent in my opinion in terms of his hold up, link up play, his movement, etc. Pinning the defenders back, centre backs back. I thought he did excellently. And then there's obviously other positives as well. Our goalkeepers, you know what, Allison, like we all know Allison how great he is and everything, but I don't know why, but it feels like he's getting even better. Like it feels like he's getting even better. Like genuinely, like there's definitely no drop off. Like it genuinely seems to me like he's getting even better. He's just phenomenal, man. He's made a great save the other day against West Ham in the first few minutes from Souček's header. Otherwise, they go 1-0 up. So he's just brilliant, man. He's got it. He's got everything as a keeper. And then the new signings as well. So he's been outstanding, man. He's been one of the signings of the summer. Not saying he has been the signing of the summer, but that's been Maddison in my opinion. But he's been one of the signings of the summer. Like he just suits us perfectly, man. He just suits us absolutely perfectly. He's got the energy, mad energy, and also mad quality on the ball as well. He's very intelligent footballer as well. The way he drives with the ball, as well, he's brilliant. Like he's just fantastic, man. It's just so nice to have him there instead of Jordan Henderson. You know, like it's just so nice to see. You know, when I saw that the other day, I was at the game. This is just a complete breath of fresh air. You know, you get what I mean.
This guy, yeah.
Like, McAllister, I've seen enough from him to show me that he's going to be a very good player for us, but I also have been a little bit underwhelmed at times. I think there's been times in games where he has underwhelmed me. I thought, like against West Ham, for example, first half he was quite poor in my opinion, and you know he's trying to learn a new role as well, which he hasn't played. As I don't know, but I don't know why Klopp's doing it, but that's what he's doing. So you just got to ride with it. But second half he was excellent. He was one of our best players in the second half against West Ham and got a great assist for the goal as well. So that's good. Gravenberch, I'd like to see more of him. From the little parts I have seen of him, he looks really good as well. He looks like I think he'll be good for us. Endel's the only one which I'm like, nah, I just don't think that's going to work out, to be honest. And yeah, there are players there in the team that are definitely stepping up from last season. Like Robertson, I think's quietly gone about his business so far this season. I think he's been sound so far. Van Dijk, I still think he needs to cut out little errors, but he's looking a lot better than what he was last season when he's played. So there's positives there, man, but there's negatives as well. Like I said, the way we started games is a big negative.
You can't keep being doggy style FC. This coming from behind
like,
thing is not
you know
the way
what
forward.
we are complete. We are the definition of second half FC at the moment.
Yeah, man, doggy style FC, man.
Apart from the Chelsea game, we have bbeen outstanding in every second half we played this season. Every second half, apart from the Chelsea game, we've been absolutely brilliant. And if only we can just start games like that as well, we could be serious, man, this season if that was the case. And we need to fix that, man, because like I said, it'll come back and cost us if we don't. It could be this weekend for all we know. So yeah, that's something we need to fix. I think defensively we still need to improve massively.
Sorry, I'm laughing at Victor and saying we don't count, we are cheeks. Chelsea fan for context, people, and just clarification. Yeah, go on, carry on, right?
Yeah, like I just think defensively, there are still it's still not good that great. I don't think it's as terrible as what people are making out though. Like I still think it'll get it together, and I think, yeah, like I said, I think will come good in that aspect. And especially over the last few weeks, we have had players out as well. Trent's been out, Van Dijk's been out through suspension, Kanate's been out. So obviously Kanate should be coming back now. He was on the bench the other day, but didn't come on. He didn't really need to come on. And obviously Trent's going to come back in soon. So I do think we'll improve defensively, and I don't actually think it's as terrible as what people are making out. The way you hear rival fans talking, you think we're like, you think we're let me think of a crap team defensively. Okay, you think we're like Brendan Rodgers in 2013-14 where we almost won the league in it. Like we're nowhere near as bad as that.
You're not defensively like that bad. No,
yeah, don't get me wrong, we're not great and we need to improve. Definitely need to improve, but we're not that terrible, I'll be honest with you. So yeah, there's definitely a good feel about the club at the moment, especially from after last season. And even the manager as well, he looks re-energized. We saw last season, throughout pretty much the whole of last season, he looked kind of fed up. He looked tired at a lot of the times as well. But this season, he does seem to be re-energized, and he seems to be happy and excited, which is good to see, man. So yeah, I'm excited for this season, man. I'll be honest.
No, first, hey Daniel, big up to you as well, man. Doncaster Rovers in the building. Good to see you also. And you said, big up everyone. Good win for Manchester United. Crystal Palace were very poor, but good for Manchester United to get the victory and progress to the next round. That's it. I said, take this competition seriously. I'm over the moon, of course, with the win and the performance, but like getting through to the next round was the most important thing. We had to do it. We really had. This is one of two trophies I think we can genuinely win. I'm saying right now, people say, oh, it's only the Carabao Cup. Manchester United, ladies and gentlemen, are a domestic cup team. That's the level we are currently at.
I feel like that's every team, though, apart from City.
Yeah, but I think people are very much probably happens within your fan base as well, but definitely, obviously, within Manchester United fans, I see that, oh, well, Manchester United just like winning a Carabao Cup. That shouldn't be the thing. No, it shouldn't be the thing. But you have to realize where you're at in terms of quality.
You have to try and maximize what you can actually.
Yeah, like that's what it is. And if we was one of the best teams in Europe, guess what I'd say? All right, Champions League, but we're not.
Obviously, we should be winning Europa, but like,
that's my point. Yeah, and that's the point I'm making. Is kind of like just to know where you're at, and we are a domestic cup team currently. So that's why the League Cup, FA Cup, take very seriously. I'm over the moon. Of course, I want us to beat Palace on Saturday as well. Of course. But it was important to win today. I was like, and look impressive. And someone, I couldn't star it. I mean, I forgot to star it, but someone's mentioned it about Rashford and Bruno coming back to the side, but coming back into the side, unfortunately. Ten Hag will probably do that. And I don't think he should. Those players deserve to start again on merit. That same 11, including Harry Maguire, because they all played well. What kind of message is that sending out to the players? That we played well individually, we played well as a collective, as a team, and I don't keep my place. He now has for the first time in a long time. Ten Hag actually has selection headaches. I wouldn't say headaches, selection options. Now, who do you play? Amrabat's going to keep his place, I presume. Ronaldo will play in goal. It'll be Dalot right back. Left back will probably still be Amrabat. It will be Varane, maybe Lindelof, Maguire, one of the two. In midfield, Casemiro keeps his place. Hannibal, I think, will keep his place. There's the conversation. Does Bruno go in there for Mount? Probably. And then from the left, it's probably Rashford. Right, Palestrio, I think, will keep his place, and Højlund will go back in up top. But I don't think that should be the case. That team deserves to play again. But
so would you start Martial over Højlund as well?
Yeah, I can't begrudge, because if he played terribly, I'd be here criticizing him. The fan base would be here criticizing him. He played well, even outside of his goals. Yeah. Even outside of his goals, he still played well and linked the play. Now, if he starts against Palace, you can bring Højlund off the bench. And that's not a shot at Højlund, because I thought he's done decent as well. But give the players incentive. Like, no one's place is safe. Imagine you have the captain on the bench 2 weeks in a row, 2 games in a row, What does that message send?
That was a big statement,
Big statement. And it's not nothing malicious. It's just form.
Yeah.
merit, like that's what it is. But yeah, unfortunately, Bruno and Rashford are going to go back into the side. However, if we win and the performance is equally as good, credit to the manager. As much criticism as we give the manager when it's not gone well, today he got it spot on. Lineup subs spot on, and the team executed the game plan. That's why I said there is light at the end of the tunnel, because I've seen this manager turn it around before. That's why I didn't switch. This is why it was Ten Hag doubt, because he was doing questionable things. But we went back today, and like I said, I've seen it against Burnley. I've seen it today, well, yesterday technically. Seen it against Arsenal for the vast majority, that defensive resilience. And you add in an Amrabat to that, he's going to add to that, of course, Varane. Varane's just a touch of quality. And then you add Onana into the mix, because even the saves, he had to make a couple of good saves today. He made them. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. Don't forget, though, people, link for the pinned comment is link for the membership part, is in the pinned comment, people. So if you want to join the membership, check out all the many great perks. Make sure you do indeed check that out. Continue to get your questions in. Please keep it Manchester United or Liverpool related. Of course, if you super chat, we'll get to your comment as well. There's over 90 people in here, so I need you lot to do three things. One, hit that like button. Let's get us up to 50 likes, because that's a terrible conversion rate. What are we doing? Second, share across all the socials, because we went over 100 people in here and we now have over 91 to be exact. And subscribe to the channel. You lot, let's not slack just because we hit 8K. We're trying to hit 9K expeditiously. Hit that subscribe button, people. What are we doing? Hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. This other laptop moving slow, so I don't even know how many subscribers we're on to even do a subscriber check, but hit the subscriber button regardless. And there was a question in regards to Liverpool playing Spurs at the weekend. So Warrior J said, since this is the Manchester United Liverpool show, I want to ask a question about Tottenham away. Do you think Klopp will continue the inverted fullback role that game, or go back to 4-3-3? Floor's yours, right?
He'll continue the inverted fullback role, I think, because that's what he's done in the absence of Trent as well. And I thought when Trent got injured, the games he would miss, Klopp would just go back to kind of, like you said, a more orthodox 4-3-3. But he's actually been playing Joe Gomez inverted, and it didn't work against Wolves, and he changed it at half time. And he changed the whole formation to like a 4-2-4. So obviously we didn't play with an inverted fullback then. And it worked, but then he does it against West Ham, and Joe Gomez actually played very well in that inverted role against West Ham. I'll give him credit, I'm not his biggest fan, but he played very, very well that game, in my opinion. So he'll definitely do the same against Spurs, because I don't expect Trent to start that game. I think he'll be on the bench, but I don't expect him to start. So yeah, he'll stick with the inverted thing. I'd be shocked if he doesn't, and we'll see if that's going to be the right decision, to be honest. So yeah, we'll see, man. But I'd be shocked if he didn't play Gomez inverted.
No, that's fair. That's fair enough. This thing become unresponsive. What is going on? How many 38 likes? Sorry to cut you off, right? Well, you was done actually, but yeah, this thing moving slow. Hey, big up Joe Cell. Good to see Trinidadians in the building as well. Stephanie G trying to trick me up with this question. Question for Flawless: if it's between City and Liverpool to win Premier League this season, which would you prefer to win it? Can't say neither. City getting 4 in a row, or Liverpool equaling 20 titles? Sorry for the question. Don't mind, lose either way. Word to Gary Neville. It's like picking someone to take your wife off you. You lose either way. There's no win, so I don't have a preference. I can't stand either of them. Who do I hate more? Liverpool. My list is Liverpool, Arsenal, City in that order. That's 1, 2, and 3. And then 4th is Leeds. And then there's probably a 5th, but I'll have to think further. But in regards to ops, but that doesn't mean I prefer it to be City over Liverpool, because either way, like I said, this is legit that. Someone's going to take your wife off you. Is it this guy or that guy? Like, that's where I'm at with it. There's no win. So I'm not ducking the question. I have zero preference, because I can't stand either team. And equally, it annoys me. It pisses me off. Either of those two winning matches. What are we talking about? I can't stand either of those clubs. I don't want these teams under 18s to do well. Never mind the senior teams. What are we talking? I don't want the under 12s doing bits. Like, I wish them nothing but, you know what I'm saying, badness across all, what's it called? Across all every competition they play in. Like, I'm not really trying to see that. Big up Black Diamond says, Ryan, it's a long season, especially with the Europa League. Do you think you need at least one centre-back in the January transfer window? I think the defensive depth is shallow. It's a good question.
Yeah, 100%. I've said this already quite a few times that if we look, I think even if you don't go for the title, to be honest, but let's say hindsight, think it's unlikely, but let's say by hindsight we get to January and we're within a few points of City. Let's say we're within no, let's say we're no more than 6 points behind Man City by January. Let's just say as hypothetically,
Yeah.
then I think you have to go and get another midfielder, and you have to get a centre back to give yourselves the best possible chance of maybe going on and winning the title. You know, we can't win the title. We can't get anywhere near the title with this current squad. Like you said, the defensive options isn't good enough. Like we got Van Dijk, who very good. Kanate very good, but into injury prone. We've already seen that so far this season. Matip and Gomez are just untrustworthy. Even though for the most part they've done well so far this season, I still don't trust these man. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know what I'm going to get from them. Jarrell Quansah, I really like. I'm a big fan of him. I think he's got a very good future with us, but he's still only 20, and he's still only made like one Premier League start for us. Like you can't be pinning your hopes and expectations on him at the end of the day. So yeah, we 100% need a centre back in January. I can see us getting one. I think we'll also get a midfield. I think we're going to get that Brazilian guy, Andre, the Brazilian midfielder who we were linked with in the summer. I think we're going to get him in January, to be honest. And hopefully we go for a centre back as well. And it could have an effect possibly to how like Luis Diaz did a couple of years ago in the January, where it's like what I said. We were actually quite a bit behind City at the time by January because we had a poor run at the end of that December
Sheik,
month.
don't
I
worry about it. It's
remember.
calm. Sorry to cut you off. Sheik is calm. No worries, man. I know it was a mistake. Go on, carry on.
Yeah, it's cool because I remember obviously we almost won the quad that season, but I remember we were quite a bit behind City by January that year, and we went and got Diaz, and we just went on a mad run, like a mad run, and we were obviously that close to catching them up. We almost won the quadruple, and Diaz definitely brought something in terms of a breath of fresh air. He galvanized the squad, etc. And that's what these signings can do at the end of the day. And so yeah, we 100, especially with Europa League as well, because I think in the group stages with how crap the rest of the teams are in our group, we should really be playing our second team and still finishing top of that group quite comfortably, in my opinion. But obviously, once you get into the knockouts, your quarterfinals, your semi-finals, final, you have to be bringing obviously the full team in at the end of the day to make sure you get over the line for the trophy. So yeah, we definitely need to buy a couple of players in January, 100%.
No, first. I fully hear what you're saying there. Good questions coming in as well. I'm seeing you lot. And just to Red, White, and Red, who said she already gone now, where you wanted to end up. Why would I care? Back to the wife thing. My wife is leaving me. You know what I'm saying? Wherever I want her to go or shit. So if I want her to go, that means I can't stand her. If she wants to leave me, that means she can't stand me. Why would I care where she goes? Word to 50 Cent. Is it not okay for me to not give a fuck about people who don't give a fuck about me?
To be fair, most United fans, because I've got most of my mates are United fans, unfortunately, innit? And it's they've always said even though it's not good, they would still prefer City to win it over Liverpool just because they hate Liverpool more.
And you're not wrong. Like I wouldn't say they're wrong in saying that. I just hate because of my character and how I am. Yeah. I hate seeing any of my rivals successful in anything. Like if Leeds come up from the Championship, I don't want Leeds to win the Championship. If they have to get promoted, I'd rather it be second. I don't even want them to have the jubilation of winning like a playoff semi-final, a playoff final. Yeah. And that's nothing to do with Manchester United. I still check their results now. The 16 years they was gone, more often than not, I'd be watching Soccer Saturday, and those who know about Soccer Saturday, they'd have the results on the right-hand side, so they'd have the Premier League, then it would flash and then go on to the Championship and then League One. I'd check the Championship. Let's see how Leeds are doing. There's literally tweets of me saying, Leeds didn't. I think they lost in the playoffs one year, of me talking about it. Fuck Leeds. Like, what we talking? And I'd be like that if that was Liverpool, if that was City, if that was Arsenal, etc., etc. It's just different because everybody, in regards to rivalry, everyone's different. Like Tux, for instance, we the same age. He can't stand Chelsea. Like Chelsea are high on his list, if I believe.
Really?
But that's because that was the height of when we growing up, like in the in the teenage years, yeah, the like Chelsea versus Manchester United was a big deal. Like we were going head to head for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. Don't mean that I don't dislike Chelsea, but I think Chelsea are higher on his list. I think he might have City above Arsenal. I think I'll have to ask him. But everyone's different. But if I ask my mom, her list would be different to mine. I'm actually gonna ask and see same way my sister. Like for instance, my uncle, he last season he wanted Arsenal over City. You know what I'm saying? His uncle who's older than me helped raise me. He said I would have preferred Arsenal. Can't stand him because City just keep winning. Well, that's the man born and bred like me. That's where that stems from. He's tired of going to work knowing City's like, oh, these fucking City fans. He's like, Arsenal, I'm not really too fussed. I was in the heart of that was my first proper rivalry was Arsenal. You know what I'm saying? Like my first, like growing up from a kid all the way up until like it was Arsenal. That's the one. Still can't stand Liverpool, but you know, we move. But everyone's different in terms. So yeah, that's why, man, there's a rival winning. I'm not with it.
I just need us to go into that 20 titles, man, because
see, I don't need that.
That way,
but then I don't want
you man can't really say much to us then, because then we've got the equal titles and we've got the more European cups. So.
Yeah, that's why I'm not. But then and equally, I'm not trying to see Arsenal win their first league title in however many years, 20 years.
Would it be 20?
20 plus, whatever it is. Was it 03?
Yeah,
so
it would be 20 years. It would be 20.
Same way, I'm not trying to see City 4-peat. So either way, I do all of those things I just mentioned are terrible things. I'm saying, do you want to die by getting shot in the head? You know what I'm saying? Beaten to run over or beat to death with a baseball bat. It all ends in death.
Although I have seen that, you know, when we almost won the quad and there was that final day of the league season where Gundogan scored the 2 goals for City, and for a bit it looked like we were the ones who were going to win the league. I watched the watch along back after, and I saw you, and like you were proper stressed when that happened. Like,
oh yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? Hella stressed because I'm like, shit, they might do this. And then the quad, you can't chat to you. Yeah. And the thing is, there's just more of you, lot. Like in regards to City fans, I'm not around them like that. Liverpool fans are everywhere. Arsenal fans, like if any other team, in particular content creating, if any other top team had the success City had, it would be hell. Because that's all you'd hear about in the chat. Say you lot had won the quad and we doing the show. All I'm seeing for the next 18 months is quad for a trophy. Definitely. That's it. The same way when Chelsea won the Champions League, it was hell. I would be walking around my house singing champions because that shit's just catchy. For 12 months, I heard that shit. Every day. Every single day. On every stream. I heard that. Well, not every stream, but a stream a day. From Lewis and other Chelsea fans. It was catchy. I'm not going to lie. That chant is hella catchy. Go on, carry on.
You know how much I still think to this day just how close we were to winning that quadruple. We were so close. If Gundogan just hadn't done what he did in that last 15 minutes, we'd have won the league that day, I reckon. And if he'd have won the league that day, we would have won the final the next week. I'm telling you. I'm guarantee you we would have won that final the next week, because I feel like the momentum would have been too much. And we would have got it over the line the next week, genuinely.
Yeah. That's definitely. I think you then win. Yes, if you win the Premier League, I think then that takes you over the top. Yes, without doubt, for real. And yeah, see, Daniel, you with me? He said literally, go up to second if you have to. I don't know. I don't want to see them lift championships or playoffs if it can be avoided. Yeah, that's just how I am. That's it. And yeah, to me 309, who said one of them's gonna happen. Yes, unfortunately, one of them will. I've already accepted that. I tweeted out already. I said this, that they're the three that. City, Arsenal, and Liverpool, to me, are the 3 best teams in the country. And I stand by that. I think they will finish top 3. Not in that order. I think it'll be City. I think it'll be Liverpool, Arsenal. But the fact that that's the top 3 is worst case scenario.
I think Arsenal's going to be an interesting one to see, because I just think they're not the same as last season.
I don't think they're the same, but I still think they're good enough to finish third.
Oh, easily. Yeah, they're easily top 3 best teams. Definitely. But I don't think I think they're further away from City than what they were last season.
That's a fair assessment. Question for Flawless. Big up, Sheik. What team do you think will play for the week? He'll play for this weekend. I know you'd want the same, but he probably puts Rashford and Bruno back in. Yeah, Sheik, I think he does put Rashford and Bruno back in. I already said, obviously, Onana in goal. I think it'll be the same back 4. Maybe Lindelof and Maguire. Midfield, I think he goes Casemiro, Hannibal, Bruno. And then right side, Palestri. I think Rashford goes in from the left and then Højlund up top. That's what I think he'll do. But you say you never know with this manager still. You never know with this manager. It might be Rashford on the right thing and he plays Garnacho on the left. And then Højlund starts up top. Like, who knows with him? Who knows? Let's see. Hey, Stephanie G, let's not even put that energy out there about City, but I hear you. And to LFC for the W said we deserve that quad so much. Hey, man, hold that, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't get it. It is what it is. Big up Tom Mizzy, who says big up fam, was impressed with West Ham in the first half. They have some serious left-footed ballers. Paqueta, Bowen, Kudos. Pick one as a Salah deputy right wing role. Is there any of these you would take as backup to Salah?
Kudus. I really
Okay.
like him.
No,
But
first.
look, I think Paqueta's I think he's a fantastic player, man. Like generally, Paqueta, like the other day, I actually thought he was arguably the best player on the pitch, and he was on the losing team. Like he was
First.
that good. Just seeing him live was like,
Oh
this
yeah, because
guy
he
is,
was there. Yeah.
yeah, this guy is legit a baller.
Mm.
Like Anfield's a very tough place for like a player of his skill set to go and play. Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
And I think Gary Neville always said that as well. Like if you see Anfield when you're there, it's such a kind of tight pitch
Mm.
that it's very hard for a player to make kind of space and time for themselves on the ball and stuff. Players like Paqueta and these guys, but bro, he was so good, man. He's a wicked player. There's no wonder City were willing to pay so much money for him in the summer because he's that good in it. Like honestly, I rate him so highly.
I actually want to go, man. I love nothing more than go to an away day at Anfield. I'm saying, but obviously getting tickets as a United fan impossible. When I say that, I mean like United, Liverpool United at Anfield. I love nothing more than to go to that
But
game.
you'll
That's
see,
one
like
game I
if
pay
you're
money for.
there,
Oh, go on.
it's such a like even though the dimensions of the pitch are obviously all the pitches in the league are probably similar, you just go there and it all feels very tight. It
Yeah,
would
I get what you're
feel like
saying.
you can tell that if you were playing on the pitch, you as a midfielder, for example, you wouldn't get enough space and time on there. Whereas if you went to like an Old Trafford, which just seems like a bigger pitch, it's different. Like it's a very hard place, I think, to go and play at Anfield. That's what makes it a very hard place to win at as well for an opposition team. So
Mm.
yeah, Paqueta
No,
was excellent.
for
Bowen,
real.
I think Bowen's good, but I really like Kudus. I was a bit shocked when he went to West Ham, and that's no disrespect to West Ham, but just feel he could have gone to a bigger club. Do you get what I mean? And there were
Yeah.
clubs interested in him as well, like Chelsea and Arsenal. I think were, but he's a baller still. But he only came on very late against us. So.
No, first. Ryan, apologies if you answered this before. Do you think Klopp is planning for life without Salah next season? This is from Stephanie G. Good question again. Good questions. Yeah, go on.
It's a good question, very good. I think it's hard to say. I think it's very hard to say because the fact is Salah, you don't know because Salah plays every game because he's Salah. Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
So it's very hard to see. I think we might see more of that. You know, when Salah goes to AFCON in January, February, what Klopp does during that period might be interesting and might because I admit Salah's going next summer. Like I have to be real, like he's gone. I think a lot of Liverpool fans have accepted that he is going next summer. And this is his final season with us. And I don't blame him for going, to be honest. I mean, who's rejecting that money that he's going to get there? It's just ridiculous. Like, let's be real. And we'll still get a huge amount of money for him anyway. Like, we'll still get a massive amount. So, but I think we'll still get a minimum 150 mil for him, minimum. So, yeah, he's definitely gone next summer. But it's hard to say whether Klopp's genuinely planning for life right now. I'm sure he's got, he's thinking of plans. He's thinking of ways that he's going to play next season without him 100%. But he plays every game because he's Salah. So I'm not seeing anything on the pitch that tells me what he's planning to do. Do you get what I mean? I think it will be telling, like I said, when he goes to AFCON and seeing what Klopp does in that period. So yeah.
No, first. And to Daniel who says, so what was the last away day you done flawless? I've only ever done one Manchester United away day, and it was Everton away when we got beat 4-0 at Goodison. And you know what's crazy? Man had a ball. That shit was mad fun. Shout out to my guy Deviant, because that's me and him went to the game. And even though we got packed 4-0, we outsung their whole stadium. 100% singing 4-0 and you still don't sing and all these type of shit. I had a ball. Man, because after we went 2-0 down, it was a wrap. We were just shouting abuse at each other like for an hour and a half. Legit. Because where I was like right close to kind of like the corner flag, and the Everton fans were like to the left. So I'm like almost level with the goal. So I was low down, so I had a good seat. And like I say, all the Everton fans were to the left and elsewhere as well. We were just shouting abuse at it. It was great. And bear in mind, we got packed 4. So I know even at Anfield, if the place would be rocking. Away days are the best. I actually want to get to more away days. That is something I need to do. Like I didn't do any last season. Big up to Time to Shine because he got me a ticket for the Chelsea game at OT, but I do want to do some away days, definitely, because they be mad fun. I love that. Yo, them songs, we got too many classics, man. United songs are classics. I'm saying them songs be hilarious, and man, in full voice. Album in full voice. Yeah, it's great, man. Straight hooliganism, man. So that's the last and only away day I've ever done. But I'm gonna try and get to one this season. I will. Yeah, man, 4-0. Yeah, man was there. Didn't even leave early. Hey, if someone gets me a ticket to Luton away, I'd definitely go. I'd definitely go. 100%. Someone got me a ticket away. 100. That's the only away day I'd probably blog. I'm saying if I could. I'd probably blog it for you lot and throw it on the channel. Just because it's Luton away. I was saying I'd pattern it. Big up Jez, Ryan,
Big
and the
up
chat
TJ.
was good. Hey, big up TJ,
Big
who
up,
will be
man.
here. Well, it's technically tomorrow, so wait. No,
Yeah, if it's
Thursday,
Wednesday,
people.
then yeah.
Well, it's Wednesday, but yeah, Thursday, midnight UK time, people. United Arsenal show, the other Man United crossover, 100%. Let's see what else you are saying as well. Yeah, Marshall, all these, yeah, terrible. It's a good question though. Ryan, who would you start against Leicester City? Bear in mind
Who
you
would
play
I
him
start?
today. Yeah, what would be your team? What's your 11?
Yeah, I think I would make a lot of changes because we've got Spurs on Saturday as well, so not exactly a long time for recovery time. I'll start Kelleher. It'll be very similar to the team we started in the Europa last week. At right back, I think Bajkatic will play there again. I'm not sure what I think of that. I think he started off very rusty last week in the Europa, which is completely understandable. He's not played since March at the end of the day for us. So completely understandable why he was rusty. But I actually thought he grew into the game quite well that day, especially in the second half. He played well when he was on before he got subbed. I think he got subbed eventually, but he played well. So centre backs, Quansah, I'd come back in. I think Kanati's going to get a game tomorrow. Just because he didn't play at all against West Ham. So I think that means he's probably going to play tomorrow. Whether that means he then starts on Saturday, I don't know. But then you could argue he'll need match practice for that game on Saturday if he's going to play. Tsimikas, even though Tsimikas is shit, like honestly, he's so bad, bro.
Who was the centre backs again? Sorry, who was the two centre backs?
Quansah and Kanate.
Okay, and then you go Tsimikas. Okay,
Tsimikas is so bad, man. Honestly, like he was so bad against last. Like he's one of the worst left backs in the league. Like he's that bad in it. And we gave him a new contract the other day. He signed a new contract. I felt sick. Genuinely, it was horrible. It's 2027 as well. Hopefully, that just means we try and sell him for a decent amount of money next summer. But like he's so bad, I don't know what club would be willing to pay it. Midfield, I think Gravenberch will get another start because just to give him more game time, which is good. Endo will start, whatever in it. Do what you have to do. Elliot will start in midfield, which I think that's what he's being molded into as a midfielder now. I think that's quite evident. Klopp's just not getting rid of that, even though I think it's the wrong project. Sorry. I think that's what he's doing. So yeah, give him a start there, I guess. And give the likes of Szoboszlai, McAllister, even Jones a rest. And then Ben Doak on the right and Gakpo and Jota, just because Diaz and Nunes have started the last two games. So, give them a rest and play Gakpo and Jota, start Gakpo and Jota in this game against Leicester. But then obviously have a lot of big guns on the bench as well, like, your Salahs, your Szoboszlais, your Nunes, Diaz, McAllisters. All these guys have them on the bench as kind of insurance policy, like they did against Lask in the Europa. And I think we'll be okay tomorrow.
Oh, that's first. Yeah, I think unfortunately, I could do with Jula going out, but yeah. And Shiku says that game is a dream flawless. I agree. Hopefully you get a chance. I'm hoping, man, as content creating and being a United fan, someone who's got the plug for all United tickets just shouts me or pops up in the chat like, yo, any game, I'll get you tickets. That's what I need. I got the home plug. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Time to Shine. That's my done. You know what I'm saying? He sorts it out, but I need, you know what I'm saying, the guy who's just like, oh, tickets any game. That's what I need. And hopefully, you know what I'm saying, that person will pop up in the chat. Because if this case, because I genuinely want to do, it's on the bucket list. I want to do every Big Six away game. Not in the same season, but I'm just saying overall. Like, I definitely like Liverpool away 100%. Arsenal away, even though I don't think I make it out alive. Chelsea away. I talk too much. I've spoke too much shit about Arsenal. Like I might not
You
make
have,
it.
man,
Yo.
yeah.
I spoke bad shit about Arsenal. But shout out to all the Arsenal dons. Chelsea away, definitely something I want to do. Definitely want to do that. Same way with Spurs and same way with defo. See, obviously, yeah, because that's close by as well. That's definitely like a
Oh
ground
yeah, you live really
I'd like to
close to
do.
that.
Yeah, that's like something I would. That's just it. 'Cause I think it's one thing being at those games at home. You know what I'm saying? Like, but away from home, it's just as electric type of thing. It's
Different, yeah.
atmosphere. Yeah, man, it's different. Away from home, like that's what it is. And if you get a result, the limbs.
Oh
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? The limbs if you get a result. Even if you don't, like I said, I seen us get packed at Everton, and I had so much fun. I had so much fun. So here we are. Daniel says, Ryan, what are you expecting from the game tomorrow? I think it'll be fairly close, actually, but you'll win. Leicester have a couple good players who could cause you problems against the rotated side. Yeah, but what are you expecting? Obviously, outside of the win.
Yeah, I think it'll be closer than what you think. I don't think we'll batter them or anything because we'll be playing our kind of second 11, and also Leicester. Even though they're in the Championship, I still think they've got a Premier League standard team, in my opinion. I've seen some of the players they've still got. I did the preview with Neil the other day.
Make sure you
Shout
check that out.
Neil.
Beyond the 90 people, LFC. Beyond the 90 LFC. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, and he showed me the team they'd be playing, and I'm still seeing players who are, in my opinion, Premier League standard in that team. You know, I think this game is a lot tougher than what we would be playing against a Luton, for example, or a Sheffield United, and they're actual teams in the Premier League. So yeah, this to me does feel like we're actually playing a Premier League team, in my opinion. But I'm still confident of the win. We're at home. We're still comfortably the better team. I think Klopp will have also the players to bring on in case we do need to bring them on off the bench. So I think it'll be a close game, but I think it'll be comfortable enough. Do you get what I mean? I think it'll be comfortable enough, but we won't like batter them or anything. Like I think it'll be something like maybe like our favorite score on like a 3-1 or something like that. So but I'm confident, man. We're at home. I back us against anyone in the league at home. So yeah, we should be okay. But we can't underestimate Leicester. They've got some good players, to be fair.
Yeah,
and they started the season off very well. So Leicester.
There it is, man. Check it out. Beyond the 90 LFC. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Great work over there, Leicester. And hopefully they're back in the Premier League as well, which they are. Hopefully, anyway, they finish above Leeds. We ain't trying to see Leeds back because they're actually kind of doing well, which is not the way forward. Hey, continue to bump up the likes as well, man. There's still over 90 people in here. We're only at 47 likes. Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. Like check 1 2 1 2. What are we doing, man? 70 likes, people. Hit the like button on the video. It's really not tough or difficult. You're clearly here enjoying the content. And if you watch all the time and don't have a YouTube account, guess what? Please get one. Because it helps the channel so much. Because the more you don't like it, the more it pushes it out to new people. The more it pushes out the content to new people, the bigger the channel gets. The bigger the channel gets, the more content I can create, the better content I can create. And then we can be doing this shit in the studio. You know what I'm saying? And then we can get big guests. And it helps. It's already Sarcasm City. Then we can take this shit on tour. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Imagine we could just take this on tour city by city in the country and then go worldwide with it. So please just hit the like button and subscribe. It is road to 9,000 subscribers as well. Make sure you do so. Make sure. Big up Daniel again for the super chat. Much appreciated. He says, that's it, flawless. Away days are so much fun. Such a vibe. The whole experience. I live for it. I'm going barrel away at weekend. Love going up and down the country. That's what my weekends are for. And that's what I'm talking about. That type of thing. This is someone who's a Doncaster Rovers fan. Big up to you, Daniel, each and every time. Who's like, yeah, this is the way forward. You know what I'm saying? Like, I bet you're gonna have a ball in Barrow. I know that. 100%. Because everyone who wants to be there. What is going on? Why's my issues going off? What is happening? Crazy. But Daniel, big up for the super chat, man. Much, much, much appreciated, man. And hit the subscribe button as well. We're at 8,208. I'm asking for 2 subscribers. There's just under 90 people in here. Hit the subscribe button. Please get us to 8,210 subscribers as well, people. Please make sure you do so. Right, let's see what else in regards to questions. But yeah, Daniel, big up for the super chat, man. Appreciate it. For real, for real. Westbrook is going, it's not having it. He says, someone needs to humble Ryan. I don't like this confidence. Hey, they playing well. So I can't even begrudge him. It's like Jez. Your team is playing well, getting results. What can you say? What can you say? And yeah, to Stephanie G, go with Cam Cam, he'll look after. Yeah, of course. I know the Arsenal fans, Cam Cam, troops. You know what I'm saying? And that's some more of the other Arsenal Donnies know me. Because they'll be like, hey, that happened at Carnival. There's a Liverpool fan. It was like, yo, fucks with what you do, but yo, stop trying shit about Liverpool. I was dying. I was like, I got you, no stress. And yes, share the streams on Twitter, people, as well. Make sure you do so. Thumbs up for the City of Sarcasm. That too, Stephanie G. Love for that. But yeah, speaking of Spurs, confident going into that game, not confident because it is somewhere and against the team you do have a very, very good record against. But this is, as we see, in a Spurs in good form. So, thoughts?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Like, yeah, we have a fantastic record against Spurs over the last few years. Actually, a very good record at their new stadium as well. We haven't lost at their new stadium, I think. But like you said, this is a different Spurs. It's like when people are saying, oh, Spurs, Arsenal will beat Spurs at the Emirates, because of their record against them, etc. Spurs never do well at the Emirates, and Spurs went and got a fully deserved draw at the end of the day. And I think Spurs had lost there in their last 4 times or something at the Emirates. So, that's why I don't take too much into account about this record thing, to be honest, because this is a different Spurs, to be honest. Mind you, we are a lot better as well than we were last season, but still, Spurs being at home, I think definitely gives them the upper hand. I think if this game was at Anfield, I'd be saying we'd win, definitely, because I back us against anyone at Anfield in the league, even City. But away from home there, it'll be tough. It'll be very tough. I'm not confident because just the way like I said, just the way we're starting games, this is a team that if we start poorly against, they could take the game away from us and there'd be no coming back. And that's my worry. If we start well and we're solid enough throughout the game, I think we'll win as well. I actually think we'll win because I think our attacking depth and firepower, I think will be able to beat Spurs, in my opinion. What worries me the most is actually their midfield. Their midfield, as much as I like our midfielders, their midfield's better. And let's just be real, it is. Bissouma, Maddison, Sarr, I think it's better than McAllister, Szoboszlai, Jones, even though I really like ours. Theirs is better and I think it's better balanced. So, yeah, I am worried. If you offered me a draw right now, I'd take it. I think a draw away to Spurs with the form they're in, I think would be a result I'd take and be happy with, in my opinion. So yeah, I am worried. I think we can win, but we can also lose as well. That's the thing. And yeah, I'm not too confident just the way we're starting off games. If we play like we did in the second half, if we in the first, throughout the game, then I actually think we'll beat Spurs because I still think overall we are the better team. I think we've got the better. I think we have got the better defense, in my opinion. People might disagree. I just think we have. They've got the better midfield. We've got the better attack. So I still think we're the better team overall, definitely. But they're at home. They've got a good feeling about them as well. They're on good form. And they've got the tools to hurt us at the end of the day. They have got the tools to hurt us. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. I think it's our biggest test of the season, definitely. It will show, I think, even though you can definitely see the improvements with us, and I think we're definitely on the right track this season, 100%, it will show how good we can be. Do you get what I mean? What we possibly could do this season. I've said, I don't think it's way too early to say anything like a title charge. I still stand by. I don't think anyone gets close to City. But if we do get maximum points out of our next 2 games away to Tottenham and Brighton, which on paper is 2 very tough games, I might just reconsider that a little bit at the end of the day.
That's fair.
So, yeah, let's see what happens. If you offered me 4 points out of 6 in those 2 games, I'll snap your hand off right now.
The Brighton game at your place, right?
No, it's at Brighton as well.
Oh, that's 2 tough away games. What you're saying is fair. Hey, if you go get 4 to 6 points out of those 2, hey, which I can see you lot doing as well.
Yeah, that's why, because it's 2 tough tough successive away games. So that's why I'm saying that. So, yeah, let's see what happens. I think the Tottenham game, I think we're actually more likely to win the Brighton game because I think Tottenham are a better team at the moment, and I think Brighton are definitely 100% beatable. I think they're definitely
they're definitely beatable. Don't get mistaken.
Like, I saw them lose 3-1 at home to West Ham. They lost 3-2 at home to Athens the other week, didn't they, in the Europa?
Yeah.
So Yeah, but Spurs is, I think, going to be the tougher game in my opinion. So let's see what happens, man. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. All right, let's see what else you lot are saying as well before we do indeed close out. Sheik saying that this is going to be a very good game, Flawless. Are you doing a watch along? Yes, I'm just debating which game to do because I'm probably going to be watching Chelsea Brighton. I'm trying to pattern it because I don't know if I'm going to get back in time, but just keep a lookout on the kick because it's highly likely that there will be a watch along.
Newcastle
on
City's
the
a good game
kick.
as well.
Newcastle City as well. I don't know. I'm just enjoying Chelsea's downfall in it. I'm just there for it.
That's
Like,
fair. That's fair.
that's what it is, man. I am doing every Chelsea game possible, like in regards. As long as they're not playing at the same time as Manchester United or not playing the same time as like a North London derby or say like they're not the same time as a Liverpool Spurs, I'm there. I'm enjoying their downfall, man. I'm drinking in the tears, injecting it. I want to be there. I am so annoyed that they put the North London derby the same time as Chelsea Villa. Otherwise, I would have woke up early to do. I don't even like 12:30s and would have done Chelsea Villa. I'll be there for every Chelsea game possible, people on the
that
kick.
run of that Chelsea
the
fixtures.
gauntlet.
That's
That's
been,
7.
my
It's gonna be beautiful.
days.
It's gonna be beautiful, man.
It's gonna be
It's gonna
so
be
good
beautiful. I am there for it. So yeah, there will be a watch along on the kick, and then of course you'll get the Q&A as well. You might have to look after Troops. You heard about his drink getting spiked, says LFC for the double. Yes, I did hear about that. Thankfully, he's good, but people who do them things there are pieces of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? Like for those that don't know,
spiked.
yeah, he spoke about it on. He would have spoke about. He told us about it, but he spoke about it on his channel as well. So it was this Sunday just gone. That's why we did the Back Again podcast yesterday, well Monday.
Oh right,
because he got spiked. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, it's ridiculous. People doing that type of shit, man. Like you can kill someone doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's no joke. You know I'm saying spike someone with the wrong thing or too much, or their body has a reaction to wrong reaction. I'm saying that's manslaughter. There's nothing to play with, man. So people just be this is to everybody who's out drinking. Just be careful, man. Have your wits about you, man. You know what I'm saying? And hold your drink like this, people. Or when you're out with your glass, hold your drink like this.
Never
don't
leave
be
your
like
drink.
This. Obviously, yeah, don't leave it as well. But I'm saying even when you're dancing, people hold it like this.
Yeah.
Put your hands over it, man. Do this. This is how when I'm out in a rave, man holds my drink like this. Like man's not. Because someone can just walk in past and try drop. And even if like this, they can drop something. Even like this, they can drop something in it. But just have your wits about you, people.
Yeah.
Because that ain't no joke, man. Ain't no joke. Yeah, nuts, man. Nuts. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, he spoke about it on one of his shows. That's how LFC for the double mentioned it in regards to that. Let's see what else. Yeah, man, we need Chelsea to suffer. Absolutely, man. I'm just enjoying the downfall and that run of games, the gauntlet. Finished. Finito. 53 likes. Big up to you. So yes, and of course, man, Marshall, don't leave your drink unattended. Of course, like I said, hold it. Don't hold it sideways or from the bottom of the glass. Over the top, people. Let's make it as difficult, man. Yeah, like you gotta do what you gotta do. X. Yeah, Daniel, man, just be careful because people are just like I said. Thankfully, he's cool. You know what I'm saying, and he's good in that. But ridiculousness, man. It really is. But yeah, final few questions, people. Get them in. Please keep them Manchester United or Arsenal related in regards to the FPL because Black Diamond has mentioned it. If you want to join the FPL, people, let me know. There is a Sarcasm City TV Fantasy Premier League team. I think Black Diamond and Peter are top of the league. I'm in there because I had to start up, but do I do it? No, but that's for you lot you want to join, and it's open to everybody. It's open to everybody. So if you want to join the Sarcasm City TV Fantasy Premier League, let me know and I'll drop the code in the chat. Warrior J says, where do you think Liverpool will exploit Spurs from your point of view?
We've definitely got. I think we've got the attacking options to hurt any team in the league, in my opinion. I actually don't think. While Spurs have been playing very well, I do think they can definitely be got at defensively. I think they can definitely be got at defensively. I've seen some of the games where, United actually in the first half against them should have had a couple of goals at least. I remember you guys missing some chances against them. So yeah, I think they can definitely be got at defensive. We definitely got the firepower to hurt them, but it's also going the other way as well. They've got the tools to hurt us. So I can see it being a sort of basketball game as well. It'll be a very end-to-end entertaining game for a neutral. Stressful for me, stressful for Jez, I'm guessing as well. But I can see it being a sort of basketball game, to be honest with you, because I do think both teams can be got at defensively. and both teams have the firepower to hurt the other. So, yeah.
No, Fez and John. I don't know what's going on here. He said, "Flawless, I would love United versus Liverpool Carabao Cup draw." Why? Why, John? Tell me why. Why are we making? Why are we giving ourselves the toughest possible route to the next round? You know who I want? Exeter at home. That's who I want. I don't even want Exeter away. I want Exeter at home or Ipswich at home. Bring me one of those sides. I don't even want a Premier League side at home. Run me. You know what I'm saying? One of them non-Premier League sides at home, not even away. What are we doing here? Why, John? Like, that's a tough tie. I'm trying to win and be I'm trying to win, man, with the most favorable draw possible. Ryan, your score prediction for both games, Leicester and Spurs? Good question.
Leicester, I'll say 3-1 tomorrow, and Spurs. I don't know, man. I genuinely don't know, innit? The first half is I'd say 20-30 minutes is going to be crucial in that game. You want me to be honest?
Yeah,
I
be
think
honest.
My head's telling me 2-1 Spurs. Genuinely. My head is telling me 2-1 Spurs.
Spurs. And Daniel said, question, predictions for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, EFL Cup games tomorrow. So Arsenal play Brentford
away, I think.
Is it Brentford away?
Is it? I'm not sure if it's away or home.
1 second. I just pull up the games. I don't know why I may be being lazy. 1 second. Just being lazy. Hold up. Give me 1 second. I'm just being absolutely lazy. Right, 2-2s. Pardon me? Matches. Boom. So, Liverpool play Leicester. Arsenal play Brentford. At Brentford's place. Chelsea play Brighton. And what was the other one? Manchester City, obviously away at Newcastle. All right, so we'll start with Brentford, Arsenal. Go Ryan. Brentford, Arsenal.
I can see that going penalties. I think that goes penalties, actually. And penalties are a lottery, innit?
Yeah.
Ramsdale plays for me, don't save penalties, innit? I'll say Brentford win that on pens.
Okay, I'll go, because I think Hatel will make changes. I'm going to go Brentford 2-1.
Okay.
I'm going to go Brentford 2-1 because they make changes. Next one is, we'll save the best till last. Newcastle, Manchester City.
That's an interesting one because I think City will also make changes. I can see Newcastle kind of attacking this a little bit as well, trying to get a trophy. Obviously, they lost the final last year, so they might be looking to go that one step further. City is still good, innit? They've still got the depth to deal with it. You know what? I can see that one going to pens as well. And I think City win that on pens.
Pens. That's not a surprise. I'm going to go, I think City's quality shows. I'm going City 2-0. They're on a roll. They're in mode. Yeah. They're in mode. And when I say they're in mode, they're not at full flight, but like they're in that untouchable mode. Like,
I know what you mean. Thing is, I'm expecting City to make more changes than what Newcastle will make.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going to go City 2-0.
But I don't think they'll win on pens. So
yeah I'll say 2-0. And I'm saying, important game, man. Under pressure, Poch. Well, I'm saying.
Is this at the Bridge or Brighton? It doesn't really matter, but yeah.
As Lewis calls it, what did he call it? Stamford. What did he call it?
Brothel.
Stamford Brothels. Yeah, he called it Stamford Brothels, didn't he? Because everybody just has their way when they go there. But yeah, go on. Brighton, Chelsea.
I'll go 2-0 Brighton.
Chelsea, Brighton. Sorry, you ain't 2-0 Brighton. Know what? Brighton. I'm gonna say, because I think both teams make changes. I want to say 0-0. I think Chelsea win on pens.
You reckon?
Ooh. I'm going to say 0-0 and Chelsea win on pens.
That's 2-0 Brighton. Chelsea is so down on confidence right now.
Yeah, that's true. They suck. They really, really do. You know what I'm saying? They really, really do. Hey, John, I want to know why you want Liverpool and you're a United fan. That's what I want to know.
He's like Statman when he used to want these emotional ties. Do you remember?
Yeah, I know. And I told him, it's a special occasion. I said, if you want a special occasion, get married.
Get married.
If you got a special occasion, please leave Manchester United Football Club out of it. Or actually Port Vale away and you vlog it flawless. The thing is, going away to lower league grounds, the allocation is low in terms of tickets. So there's not a lot of tickets available. Like, I don't know what the capacity of Port Vale's ground is, but I know it's not a big ground and the away ticket allocation is going to be small. It's not like going away to the Emirates. And it's the Emirates is 60, 70,000, whatever it is. So you're getting allocated a lot.
3,000.
Yeah, it's 3,000, whatever it is, 4,000, wherever it's Port
Is it?
Vale.
I think for away it's either in the Premier League. It's either 3,000 or 10% of the capacity of the stadium.
Yeah, but at Port Vale, you getting Port Vale's capacity is probably. Let me actually check. I'm actually have a look now. No, 1 second.
That's why Bournemouth's allocation for away fans is so small. Their stadium's only like 10, 11,000. So
yeah,
you only
it's a small ass stadium, isn't it?
You only
So
get
like Port Vale, I'm
tickets.
looking here. Like, wait 1 second. Capacity. So like, yeah, their capacity is 15,000. That's Port Vale. So their away, and their away capacity, you're getting up to 4,500 away supporters, which is more than I expected, to be honest.
Yeah, because with domestic cup games, they increase the allocation. Yeah,
but even that, like, fans are gonna want to go because it's like it's an away day you haven't experienced. Like, you hear Lewis say that, like, oh, we joke around, or Chelsea getting relegated. Oh, there's away days that you're gonna get to do that you've not. Oh, I can do QPR away. That's what he said. Yeah. Daniel's saying, it's hard trying to get one when it's Manchester United. We just so well supported. All right, we move. All right, boom. But yeah, people, we are indeed going to close out, people. Love to everyone who has locked in. Big up. Ryan, anything you want to add before we do indeed close out?
Not really. No, I think we spoke on pretty much everything, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's been a good show, man. It's been a good show.
Yeah, man, enjoyed it, man. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Shorter show than usual, but we did discuss everything. You do catch this show. This show is here every Tuesday, people. Every Tuesday, midnight, 12 a.m. UK time. The show is here. Man United podcast, Analysis at Anfield podcast. Obviously, Ryan be in the building. Saint will be back. Don't worry about that. Ram will be back also as well. And of course, I'm here as well. What we got coming up tomorrow on the kick? Like I said, keep a lookout. It will be across in regards to the watch along, because the gang gonna be doing different games. So, for instance, Chelsea Brighton, you've got Newcastle versus Manchester City. You've also got Brentford versus Arsenal, and of course Liverpool versus Leicester City as well. So very similar to Soccer Saturday. Those that have seen it, where we'll have different panelists on and people going to be watching different games. But keep a lookout. That's on the Sarcasm City TV kick. So I need you to download the app for free, sign up for free. Same way you watch and comment on YouTube, it's the exact same on the Sarcasm City TV kick. Boom. Make sure you follow us on all audio platforms as well. SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to podcasts, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show and all the other shows on the YouTube channel, apart from watch-alongs, will pop up. So if you ever want to listen, like I always say, whether you're cooking, while you're cleaning, driving, you may be at work, maybe on your way to work, maybe traveling, maybe on your way to link your gal, might be at the gym. You might just not want to have YouTube sucking all your data, or you may just prefer to listen to podcast in the audio, in just the audio fashion, which is absolutely cool, people. So SoundCloud, here's with the follow. Spotify, all you Spotify users, all you Android users, follow us on there and 5-star us, please. And then iTunes, Apple Podcast, all you iPhone users, 5-star us on iTunes, write as a review, man. We're trying to grow as much as we're trying to grow on the YouTube and trying to grow on the Kick. Also trying to grow on these audio platforms as well. It all helps people. It all adds to what we are building here at Sarcasm City TV. So much appreciated. I hope you lot enjoyed the show. Daniel, big up for the super chat as well. Adewale, big up for the super chat as well. Big up all the members. Big up all the new people. Love to see everyone in the chat, all the regulars, etc. All the silent watchers. Big up Stephanie G. She said, great show, lads. Kingsman says, big up, guys, as well. Sheik says, great show as always. Daniel E says, big up as well. Let's see what else you lost. Yeah, man. I'm glad you lot enjoyed the show, man. We're going to keep this show on the road, people. But anything you want to say to the people, Ryan, before we close out?
Yeah, big up for watching, people. Big up for, interacting with the comments, being a great show. So yeah, big up all you, man. Like and subscribe if you haven't. So yeah, big up.
Hey, I love to everyone that's locked in. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. Let you know all the shows that are coming up. Large up the chat as always. Can't thank you lot enough. Jess says big up and fuck Chelsea and Conte. Large up, Jess. And this has been the Manchester United Liverpool show, Random United podcast, Analysis at Anfield podcast, live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.